So, Amber 2.0 is out. Let's talk about it. Overall, I think miHoYo did a great job with Ganyu overall. Based on her kit so far, she can do a great job at both dealing damage and supporting her team. Personally, I think she's stronger as a support than a DPS, but damage-wise, she's not bad at all. First, let's talk about Ganyu's abilities and talents. She does have a standard bow attack and charge shot, however, there is a second level to her charge shot that also explodes and deals AoE cryo damage. The second charge is pretty fast, and with your eyes only, you only have to charge it to about halfway for the full AoE to come out. This is a really cool ability, however, the downside is you're using a bow charge shot, which is really easy to stop without shields, resistance to knockback, or if the enemy is straight up CC'd. Ganyu's elemental skill is Trail of Chi Lin. She dashes backwards and in her place puts down a taunt that does damage both at the start and either at the end of the duration or when the flower is destroyed. I personally don't put high values on taunts, however, in total this can give you 4 elemental particles and is a dash, soft CC, and does AoE cryo damage, which is the most important because you can hard CC enemies by forcing freeze without charge shotting. The main reason why I don't value taunts so highly is because generally taunt ranges are very small and it's somewhat inconsistent, to be honest, at least when I've tested playing around with it, but that's just me personally. Ganyu's elemental burst is Celestial Shower. She summons an orb that deals AoE cryo damage over 15 seconds. The area in which the damage falls seems to be random or pseudo-random. However, since the area is so large, lasts 15 seconds, and generally has a solid chance of applying cryo at a pretty good rate, it's a really good ability overall. Ganyu's first talent is Undivided Heart. After dealing damage with Frost Flake Arrow, she gains 20% crit chance on subsequent Frost Flake arrows and area of effect for 5 seconds. This is a free bonus and a really strong ability for her DPS capabilities. Ganyu's second talent is Harmony Between Heaven and Earth. Allies standing inside the area of Celestial Shower gain 20% cryo damage. This is an extremely strong supportive ability that also affects her own damage output, however, coming with the downside of generally putting enemies closer to you by standing inside the area of effect on purpose. Ganyu has many different builds she can use as of right now, and we'll get to each of them in light detail. Generally for support Ganyu, you want to run 2x Noblesse or 2x Blizzard set, or 4x Noblesse. You will generally run Favonius Warbow, which is on banner right now, or Sacrificial Bow. Preference is up to you. However, Favonius Warbow does not use its effect without the character holding it being on the field specifically. So in order to get the Favonius Warbow energy recharge, you have to leave Ganyu out on the field. With support Ganyu, you generally want to run % energy regen, % cryo damage, % crit rate, or % crit damage, whichever one you will get more value out of. For damage, you can either go 4x Wanderers or 4x Blizzard. If you are solely focusing on Charge Shot and somehow have enough crit, Wanderers is an extremely good set, but only if you literally get God tier artifacts and substats. 4x Blizzard is far cheaper and gives you a lot of crit, especially with Cryo Resonance and her first passive. With every bonus on Ganyu active, you hit a 75% crit chance, and I'm pretty sure crit is soft capped at around 80% to 85%, as in like you can't get 100% crit chance. And this allows you to solely focus on crit damage. Generally, you want to run % attack, % cryo damage, % crit rate, or % crit damage. When it comes to weapons, you can run any weapon so long as it's a DPS weapon. Personally, I'm using a slightly modified take on DPS Ganyu. I take Blizzard Strayer set while also running Favonius Warbow. The reason why I like doing this is because it allows her ult to have an extremely high uptime, especially with refinements, which I do have some, allowing you to get easy cryo application for both freezes and crits. With this, I run a Xingqiu in order to freeze enemies more easily by doing a basic attack, which will freeze the enemy with Xingqiu Ultimate, and then sniping as the freeze wears off and repeating. I generally like this version a little bit more because it makes her all-roundedness even better, just like when she was a baby. The main reason why I think Ganyu is better as a support is because she provides solid area of effect cryo damage with an ultimate that is very good as a cryo applicator, while lasting 15 seconds and costing 60 energy. The main downsides to DPS Ganyu is that I think she's a lot weaker without grouped up enemies due to the area of effect that Frost Flake blooms into, similar to how Child does more damage because of his secondary effect of dealing more damage in AoE. However, you are locked into either using shields or hard CC in order to get as many charge shots off. But the cryo damage is really solid, especially when you can multi-freeze or multi-melt enemies if we ever get a better pyro applicator than Xiangling. Something to note, however, is that she is tied with Diluc for highest base attack value in the game, meaning you'll get more out of percent attack artifacts. Overall, the release of Ganyu has been an amazing one with a generally positive reception. If you want a really good support or a solid DPS, I would recommend pulling for her, since she can do both jobs pretty well as an all-rounder. You should also definitely pull for her if you're in the market for waifus. However, this banner is pretty weak when it comes to Xiangling, Noelle, and Xingqiu. I would recommend pulling for Xingqiu up to C2 if you can. Otherwise, skip the banner. And finally, now that we're done talking about Ganyu, as my first video back from New Year's, I do have an announcement. I am changing my streams to be more consistent, to be around 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. starting time, starting tomorrow, almost every day. I say almost because I can't do every day. Also, I will be uploading on Sundays from now on. Other than that, I hope to see you guys around, and I'll see you guys next time.